Hello and welcome back to the Molten Scar. So we have buffed up completely and now we're ready to enter. Now it doesn't look like a particularly big cave, however I expect it to be quite dangerous because it is a main quest. Now the main quest is attack out of nowhere, and apparently all we have to do is explore the Molten Scar for signs of how demons are moving the forces into Crusader territory. Now one thing that is very important is we were given information about this from Nura. So this is almost 100% a trap. We also have a new party member who we haven't used in combat before, so this seems like it's going to go well. Right in here, checking to the side, seems fine. Let's have a look at loot. Okay, nothing exciting. Keep moving forward. We also have a very weird party layout right now. In fact, I'm going to change it slightly. I'm actually going to move you just back. I'm going to move you back just a tiny bit. So we got kind of like a reverse bit, but at least gives us a little bit more room to move. What's going on over there? Those are rooks. Feathered beasts, I'll choke all of you. Get your talons off me. Well, he's dead. Yakleth, Kanya. Some other words that disappeared too quickly. Dead or... Tomas, what have they done to you, you monsters? Beasts! Oh yeah, they've given him a tail. Turned him into a demon? Now get the second one over here. Okay. So there's a Vrook sorceress which is doing something. Can we see what it's saying? Capturing people and subjecting them to horrifying rituals performed by Vrook sorceress. The resulting pack of monsters are the ones attacking the commander's forces.
Follow
okay.
Me.
Cool. Just a little bit of context that we weren't getting otherwise. Oh, hello. Hello.
Let's have some fun.
I realized I didn't really have too many options other than just unpausing there. We are positioned a little weirdly. Can I charge here? No. Well, if I can't charge, then what I think I need to do is get into the side and then maybe... Oh, I never activated this. Alright, I can activate that. That's fine. It's a swift action? Really? Okay, that's fine. Did I give myself... I gave myself my temporary hit points at least, right? Yeah. So I did everything else. I don't know what to do with her if I'm not attacking. I guess move her into the side and... There's not a lot I can do, really. Let's start by moving her, because this seems sensible, because now we're in range to attack, and at least we can see the enemies now. Maybe Thorn Body? It's something to do. A Vrook is moving. But we can't see it. It must be here. Okay, interesting. Sela. Well, I would reckon what I want to do is smite. Then charge. That's pretty good. Horse, you can just attack. There we go. Wendewog. Your first attack in combat. You can do it right away. Your movement is insane. Alright. This has potential to do 32 to 48 damage in one singular hit. Let's see. Also has potential to crit. 49 damage is nothing to sniff at. That's pretty good. You do go next. If I could kill you, that would be great.
Out of my sight.
It's very unlikely. Yeah. As I said, it's very unlikely. Especially with the damage reduction, which I guess is because our buff hasn't reapplied itself. But it's still worth an attempt there. Okay, you are going to use haste on the party. Okay, it looks like most people got stunned, unfortunately, as well. Yeah, you're fine where you are. Yeah, this de-applied when I reloaded the game. I forgot to reapply it. We should apply some buffs. And then attack. Wow, really? Camellia skips her turn, which kind of sucks. At least Sela gets to have her turn. Okay, they are screeching. I think they're having trouble reaching us through this Vrook, which is quite nice. Yeah, attack it. Very good. Horse is down. Wendewog's down. Daren's down. We really got some bad rolls, actually, on our fortitude saves. But that might be because they made us take so many of them. We could Animal Growth Justice. Does that give us any benefits? Not right now, to be honest, actually. Anything else that we could do to this group? I mean, we could fireball them, I suppose. That's kind of like the ye old way of dealing with problems. Sure, fireball. Hey, it did damage to a lot of them. That's really all we could ask for from her there. Now, I think I'm going to spread my judgment aura. It doesn't look like a particularly big fight, so I think applying that early makes sense. As in, like, a big area that we're fighting in, so we're probably going to rest. I mean, if we look at it here, we can... there's really, realistically, only one more fight in this area unless this leads somewhere. So, like, using one of our 2 uses doesn't seem that bad. Now, they all have mirror images on them. Now, mirror image, I'm fairly certain, is an illusion spell. You know what? We actually have somebody with mirror image. I'm sure you have mirror image. Where is it? Mirror image. Do you not have... You don't have mirror image? Really? Huh. No, there you go. See, it's an illusion spell. Okay. Okay, force reality. We are able to dispel from the illusion spell group. This is our chance to actually test force reality properly. Do it. I'm shocked. It worked. It actually worked. That was not what I expected. What's the chance? DR 20. Okay, and what we had to do was roll above a 12. That's not bad. Yeah, that's actually good. We got a good roll on our odds as well. I think that was a good turn. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I could have used this as well, I suppose, right? Would that have worked? That would... Wait, that wouldn't have done anything. Yes, that would have done absolutely nothing. Yeah, but wait, unless this is a... This isn't a saving throw, this is us saving... This is us rolling. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. I'm going to move a little bit closer to one of the rooks on this side. At least so that we can get attacks of opportunity if we happen to have somebody else move in. But other than that, I think we're okay. Camellia, nice of you to join us. Now, with Camellia, I am going to activate this one here. So she's got Spirit Weapon, which is now going to give her all of her extra damagey things. And she's going to go and stab this person.
I'll cut you wide open.
33 plus 13, not bad. It says reduced, not immune. I'm just checking. They probably got reduced resistances to things. Let me just have a look at that once we get a turn. Sorry, they probably have resistances to things that are reducing it. Yeah, so they got resistance to cold and fire, which would have reduced it by 20 at least. Yeah, so that explains why some of her damage is much lower. Let me see what she rolled there. Yeah, so the... oh, electricity was an immunity as well, so we probably shouldn't have put electricity on. Fire was reduced, cold was reduced to 0. She did get force. What's she getting the force from? Does she have a 4th one that she put on, or is it just her weapon? Evil Outsider Bane, maybe? Info? Yes, it's the Evil Outsider Bane, I think, is doing force damage. Unless I'm yeah, that must be what that must be where our force damage came from, unless I'm forgetting. I might be forgetting. None of the rest of them say force, so that must be it, yeah. Okay. Cool. Seela, I honestly don't know what to make of what's in front of you. Attack 4 times. At the very least, you remove a lot of mirror images. Hey, you hit. Nice. Wendewog still hasn't had a turn 2 after a very successful turn 1. Shoot the same target to get rid of mirror images. Also because it helps us see. We can remove them on our turn. Probably the best use of our time, to be honest with you. I'm going to delay so that Nenio acts after we do. Yeah, I want to delay till here. I didn't realize you can delay until the next turn. That's interesting. Would that not put you at the start of the initiative? Or okay, that's interesting. Well, I mean, I guess you would be start, but you're basically just saying I want to skip my turn for this one, but I want to start early. But I didn't know you could even do that. That's weird. All right, force reality. Okay, there was only 2 mirror images on that I could affect, I guess. We dispelled one of them, which is good. It forces them to spend a turn putting it back on again, which is nice. Nenio. Try and find one. Yeah, so you don't have mirror images on. Hey, it hit a bunch of people. That's what I was looking for. Camellia. Hit the one without mirror images. Nice crit. She killed it. Wonderful. That's what we're looking for. There are 3 in here? Yeah, I guess there are 3 in here. The mirror images make it really difficult to tell. They haven't actually done very much damage to us, which probably just shows that we're buffed correctly. Alright. This one for Sela. I don't think you have mirror images on. Yeah, you don't. Nice. Horse, that one. Nice. And got to get rid of some mirror images on the other side. There's only 1 left. Wendwalk, you get 5 attacks. Mirror image time. Yep. That's fine. Oh, huge damage on the one that she hit. 3 attacks. Last mirror image is gone. Did some damage and it's dead. Okay. Do you have enough for... You don't have enough for another bless. I could override my bless with a bless from somebody else, I suppose. If anybody else does have bless.
Yes, what?
Nobody else does. How are our spores looking? You don't have spores. You don't have spores. You don't have spores. You don't... Oh, you have spores. Okay, so... I suppose I can do Treat Affliction. That's probably the way I should do it to start with. Failed to dispel spores. That's fine. Treat Affliction. It is being reduced to 0, which is quite nice anyway. So we don't necessarily need to get rid of spores, but we should. It probably has other debuffs, right? No, not really. Okay. If it's doing no damage, we could probably ignore it then, but... Okay. That's fine. Do they still make that I'm taking damage? Oh, no, there you go. You took 2. You did not get yours resisted. Okay. I guess we got remove disease on you.
Me?
Yeah, remove your own disease. Failed to dispel spores. Wow. You have remove disease, don't you? You have rectify state. That might remove other things from you, though. Oh, you have 5 remove disease. There we go. There we go. That's better. Right. A little heal. Actually, don't even need that much of a heal. Quick save. Yeah, that was relatively successful, I'd say. Down here we go. So there's a Vrook Sorceress down here. I'm guessing that is Vori Mirak.
March on.
Hello. A large Vrook looks at you, craning her disgusting bald neck. Her piercing screech sounds menacingly. Why are you here? Do you want to become demons too? Vrooks will transform you right away. Who are you? The Vrook sticks her chest out and spreads her massive black wings. Vori Mirak, wise Vrook, magical Vrook, snatcher of pathetic humans, maker of demons. Other Vrooks said Vori Mirak was dumb. Leave chickenhead, they said. And Vori Mirak became the favorite student of the wise Xanthir the Plagued One, and is now making demons out of humans. Who is dumb now? Drops of saliva fly out of the animal's beak, carrying the stench of death. Long have philosophers wrestled with the question of what makes us superior to demons. We too are susceptible to evil, we are smaller, we are weaker, and so on and so forth. Yet when I look upon this creature, I can categorically declare that we mortals are superior to demons, because we do not look like tattered scarecrows. That wasn't directed at you, Wendwalk. Your body is the apotheosis of fantasy, purest harmony made flesh. Wendwalk bares her teeth. I sense sarcasm in your words, sarcasm acting as a veil for your desire. What are you doing here? Unblinking bird eyes stare at you. Vori Mirak is making an army. She sends her flock to get human silly crusaders at night. The ones she steals, she transforms, makes good demons with sharp teeth, who will kill you. Ha 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 ha. The Vrook bursts into shameless screeching laughter as she looks at her deformed prisoners. Wise Xanthir the Plagued One told her to fly here and gather an army, harm humans. He doesn't have time to do it himself. He is busy reading and thinking. He said he would give the Vrook horrific power, like the strongest demons have. Wise Xanthir the Plagued One knows the secret. How to pour more power into demons. When he rewards the Vrook, she will tear off the heads of everyone who banished Vori Mirak. And with the others, she will hunt you from the skies, pathetic humans. Where did you learn to turn humans into demons? The Vrook shows you her wrinkled red fist. A piece of paper is clenched within it, smeared with soot and blood. Old knowledge. The wise Vrook reads it and did it. Making demons out of humans. Oh, how fascinating. I've never heard of such a transmutation before. A sheet of paper and a pencil appear in Nenio's hands. My dear colleague, please share your valuable experience with me. How did you do it? Even a broad outline would be most welcome. The Vrook walks around flapping her wings, snapping her beak, chattering the strange words. And all the while, the little human's bones wriggle out of their skins, their eyes pop out of their sockets, and their tongues flop out of their mouth, all blue, just as it's written, and that's what happens. Daniel frowns, looking unconvinced. Allow me to challenge your account, Madame Vrook, and engage in a scholarly debate with you. It is extremely unlikely that in any reputable scientific work you could find the words chitter-chatter. An indignant screech bursts out from the demon. The Vrook is wise! The Vrook could not read the scratches, but Xanthir, the Plagued One, ordered the Vrook to get the silver-tongued elf who knows ancient words, and he translated everything. He was screaming in pain while Xanthir was eating him. The storyteller? Ooh. Okay. Well, we can bluff, or we can intimidate. Both are auto passes, so it's purely about how we want to play this. So we could bluff and say the Vrook is truly wise and see what it does, or we can just go straight for it. Give me the paper, I'll scatter your bird brains all over the rocks. I feel like diplomacy probably isn't the right tack to go with the demon. Let's intimidate it. The Vrook recoils warily and lets out an angry screech. What? Have you come to get the paper? Take your stupid paper. The Vrook will find a new one, even better, and Vrooks will kill you. Kill you! Crumpling the paper, the Vrook throws it at your feet to distract you. And then kinda runs off, and we're like, cool. Oh, there are more Vrooks. Okay, never mind. That's fine. I thought that was it. Just like, oh, we're done now. No fight. Alright, this is obviously a haste situation. It just makes sense. We don't want to go too far forward because it gets a turn, but we do want to kind of move in like to the side. Yeah, because it gets a turn. We didn't want to go too far forward because it could have just run up and attacked us. Alright, go right in here. I don't see anyone else, which is intriguing. Wendowog has a massive amount of movement. I'm going to go here with Wendowog. Okay, I was looking for other enemies. It might just be the Vrook Pillager. And that was probably because of what we've already done. Alright, move in here. Do a Force Reality on it. But that's probably because we've passed the Intimidate. Yeah, that's what I meant by what we've already done.
Make short work of this.
Okay, that's fine. I don't think I want... I think I might want either Keen or like the... Oh, Enemy's Bane is a separate thing. I could give us Speed, which gives us an extra attack. They are immune to electricity. How much does Speed cost? 3 points, so that would be instead of all of them. That's not really what I'm after. This costs 1 point. Guess I'll just take it. That's fine. Attack.
You are today's sacrifice.
That's fine. Attack. This enemy doesn't seem that strong, if I'm honest with you.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Yeah, it still doesn't seem that strong. We did get spores on us again, but I'm not really worried about that.
We won't fall back.
Yeah, as I was saying, I'm not really worried about that. Right. Loot. Somebody? Loot. Thank you. Page smeared with blood and soot. The paper is old and stained black with blood in places. You know what? I'm going to do a... I'm actually going to do an info from in here just so that it proves to the game that we've read it. I don't know if we have to do it like that, but I want to anyway. Right. The paper is old and is stained with black with blood in places. Someone has written over the ancient elven runes in blood. There's one fragment in the corner is readable. Not a portal, but a soft spot in the space of the world. Many gods and demons have the power to open such a rift, but doing this will not be to their liking, so they will leave the request unanswered. Therefore, one should pronounce the word Ravuk when creating such a rift. It is an ancient and mighty word of power that belongs to a language now forgotten. This word means no name. Mages of the past often wove it into the text of their incantations to shelter themselves from the anger of those forces disturbed by rights against nature. Interesting, so I guess that's what they said in there. Janna Aldori? Oh, a familiar face. I think we're done with fighting. Let me just check something here. Yeah, this is an area exit. Perfect. Right, because we're done with fighting, do we have another bless at all? Do you have bless? I can't remember whether we gave it to you. No. Okay, who has spores? You don't have spores. You don't have spores. You don't have spores. You have spores, but okay, that's fine. Okay, 2 spores, 3 spores. Okay, so let's go down our list. We've got four of these, so failed to dispel spores. Do it again. Failed to dispel spores. Do it again. Hey, we dispelled it. Right. Your attempt here. Nice. Anyone else have removed disease?
I'll make my own legend.
No. Does the horse, it has that already applied to it. We don't have bless to apply. Horse, I think, is going to have to live with it. That's fine. As long as it doesn't make a noise. It does make a slight noise, but it's not quite as bad as the screams that we're getting from other places.
What's that?
Ooh, hello. Yeah, we'll have your stuff. Gloves of Arcane Eradication. Okay. So, they +4 to range touch attack rolls, and +5 competency to use magic device rolls. You're our only user of use magic device, or you are our only use magic device person. That's okay. So these gloves are probably yours. Yeah, and you do range touch attacks. This actually seems about perfect. Now apparently these don't stack or something. Magician's ring maybe. Oh, but yeah. Okay, so these aren't for you. Okay, yeah, those can't be for you because the use magic device won't stack, and we do want the illusion DC, which means these have to be for someone else. So range touch attack means it's either going to be Woljif or it's going to be Ember. One of those two can have that one. Interesting. Probably Ember, I'd guess. Right. Hello. Nope. Nope. Wollard? The Crusader in front of you looks terrible. His skin is charred and cracked, oozing blood. Horrible claws are growing from under his nails, tearing them from the fingers, and barely controlled madness is flickering in his eyes. The wheezing coming from the knight's bloodied throat is like the growl of an animal. Help! In the name of all the gods. Sela, who has been watching the knight with an expression of sympathy, suddenly jerks away and points to the farthest cage. Another figure is hunkered down inside it, one that seems suspiciously familiar. It looks like Janna, the new recruit of the Eagle Watch who deserted after the demon attack on the Houndheart's camp. Who are you? Gathering all his strength, the knight gives a short, clipped reply, reporting as he's been trained to do. Crusaders! Abducted during an exploratory mission. I'm Wollard, and this is Tomaz. The knight nods at his friend. The latter cannot speak. His pointed teeth are growing without stopping, and they pierce through his lower jaw, sealing his mouth shut. He is moaning something furiously, his bloodshot eyes rolling wildly. Do you know anything about the girl in the other cage? No, they brought her in after. She could barely stand. She was weak from exhaustion. Looked like she hadn't eaten in days. The Vrooks tossed her in that cell and haven't touched her since. She doesn't talk to us either. How did you get here? The flame of fury is raging in the Crusader's eyes. We were exploring the gorge on Anevia's orders, and we ran into them. Rooks attacked us, beat us up and dragged here. We thought they wanted to eat us. Oh gods, it'd be better if they had. Well, what they did to you is horrible. The knight stops. A soft, unpleasant sound is heard amidst the silence. The grinding of the Crusader's horrific teeth. Finally, the knight chokes out a response. We have families, Commander. Save us. What did they do to you? We were put through some horrifying ritual. That's how Areelu tormented her test subjects. The pain is unbearable, Commander. They've been dipped in boiling water and dragged over a grater. I saw the abyss. It lunged at me like a wild beast, pouring its vile poison into me, into my bones, turning them into molten metal. The Vrook said that I would be their soldier. Thomas and I are the first ones they've done this to. I think they make a kind of tunnel through to their cruel world, and the filth gushes in from there. They pump it into us and make us fight for their side. Pains me to think about it, but a few times I thought that the demons I killed looked like some of my friends, people I thought had died. Now I know what happened to them. To have first-hand knowledge of the subtle influence of the Abyss's emanations, to have endured such a fundamental transmutation and retained your sanity, I am truly delighted for you. I even envy you a little. If only I could have a chance to participate in such a groundbreaking experiment. Yeah, not really the time, Nenio, but appreciate the input. What should we do with you now? Help us, or kill us. But don't abandon us like this. This pain is unbearable. It's taken over my mind. I'm afraid I will kill someone. Maybe the clerics can cure us. Need no words to understand that these Crusaders have undergone a transformation, a process that defies every natural law. Though innocent before, they are now living grotesques that demand the Aeon's intervention. You joined the crusade to fight, and you turned out to be lousy at it, and now you've been given the strength you need to crush your enemies. Seize it and use it. Don't bawl about like a child. What happened to you is a blessing, not a curse. What is there to discuss? They have been mutilated. They are in pain. Killing them would be a mercy. If you're not willing to do this, I'll do it myself. Well, we could ask Wendog to take them under her command. How interesting. I'm going to choose the Aeon one, but still, how interesting that you can do that. Reverse the demonic ritual. This ritual violates every law of this world. This is vile and unnatural magic. I will put an end to it. The horrific transformations inflicted on the Crusaders start to reverse. Their fangs grow smaller, their skin becomes unbroken and healthy, and the poor lad's eyes brighten up. Unable to believe it, the knights drop to their knees and thank you, tears in their eyes. Commander, it's a miracle, Commander. You've saved us. You've reversed the ritual. The other prisoners have probably also returned to their human form. Allow Thomas and I to search the vicinity, gather them, and return to your army. Nice. Also, my loot. Hello. The girl raises her eyes to you. She is deathly pale, either from exhaustion or terror, you don't know. Knight Commander, it's you. Janna, by the gods, come on, look alive. We're going to get you out. How did you wind up here? I got lost. I lost my way when I ran. I walked and walked with no food, and then the Vrooks came and... She shudders and peers around with haunted eyes. They did perform the ritual on you, the one they did on the 2 captured Crusaders. Not before you got here, but they said I'd be next, and I couldn't do anything. I just had to watch and wait. I can see the criminal aura of your soul. She smiles bitterly. Yes, that's right. You know everything. I abandoned my comrades in the moment of need and deserted my order. Fair enough. I mean, we did kind of already know that. So what am I supposed to do with you now? She gathers her remaining scraps of strength and takes a deep breath. I know you're angry with me because I ran. I left you in the middle of a fight against the demons. I deserted my duty, but it was my first real battle against actual demons. She's so scared she can barely think straight. We need to get her out of here. Okay, interesting. I think our book says that desertion is punishable by death, but I guess we'll go for the top one. She's a deserter of the Eagle Watch. We can rescue her, but afterwards she's going straight into a cell. But Commander! Janna starts to speak in a rush of words. It seems she's reached the limit of her fear. Back home in Miven, everyone always praised me for my fencing skills. I mainly fenced in tournaments and duels a couple of times. I came up against actual marauders. I won every encounter. I always won, and I thought I'd come to Mendev, join the Crusaders, and cover myself in real glory. The truth is, as soon as I realized that I'd been a foolish, silly girl, I realized it before the attack on Canabras, but then I met you, Sela, and that changed everything. Everything came so easily to you. You could fall into the caves below Canabras, survive terrible dangers, and turn around and order a tanker of ale in a tavern like it was nothing. You went on to attack the Great Garrison and came back stronger than ever, now companion of Iomede's chosen one. Then there's your motto, no glory without risk. Yeah, you were the heroine I always imagined myself to be. That's why I insisted on going with you after those demons. I wanted to keep up with you, to prove I was as good as you. And look where it's led me. Janna breaks into racking sobs. Sela looks shaken and distraught. Gritting her teeth, she turns away. You heard what the commander said, Janna. Wait here, and soldiers from Dresden will come for you and take you to prison. If it counts for anything, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, it's fair that she goes... she faces the punishment for her actions. Knight Commander, it's you. Oh, okay, interesting. So you can just do that infinite times? I guess if you really need lawful, you can just do that over and over and over again and push your alignment to lawful. Let me just see. Oh, alignment shifted to good. Alignment shifted to lawful good. Interesting. Wait, which one is this? Revealed the light of the heaven to the mongrels. Oh, right, so that's there. So it would actually be this. Yeah, you see here? It allows you to just do them over and over and over again if you wanted. So you could just move all the way over here. Interesting. Okay. Right. Anything else to do here? No, that's the way out, I think. Yeah, I think we're done here. The only thing we've got left is report in, right? Yeah. Okay, let's report in. No problem. That was pretty easy, really.
Onwards.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I was going to read the book. I knew there was something else in my head. I was like, there's something else to do. Read the book. Alright. The book. I need to read what desertion punishment is. Blah de blah de blah de blah de blah. Blah de blah de blah. Civilian officer. Imprisonment if they break the code of honorable conduct. That's not what you've done. Looter, no, preacher, deserter, who is caught during an escape shall be summarily sentenced to death. Any deserter who is found hiding shall be arrested and sent to the front to serve in the unit known as the condemned. Okay, so because we didn't capture her during the escape, she will now be sentenced to go to the front in the condemned. Cool. Right, that's fine. Figuring out what to do. Well, where's our other armies that are attacking? It said that demon armies were approaching. Is it you? No, you're a lair. Let's try to see where the armies are. Oh, it's over here? Oh, there we go. So it's a 5 army there. Yeah, okay. And I already have an army going over there, right? That'll be you, boring squad? Yeah. But you can't move until tomorrow. That's fine. Right, in here. Event. Court-martial. A murder has been committed in the Citadel. Officer Lelan awaits an audience with the commander to plead for her to participate in the court-martial. Interesting. Okay. So I think all murders are death in our book. Like, if you have committed a murder, you die. Blah de blah de blah. Right. So civilians, it's banishment for anything. Demon slayers or cultists or demon followers or heresy to be executed. Looters, imprisonment. Looters who kill, death. Preachers who preach, who serve the gods but engage in heresy and corruption of soldiers or banishment. Harmful and forbidden potions, powders, and other medicines are death. Deserters, we already know about, condemned. Anyone without a military rank who kills a soldier of Dresden shall be convicted by the court of Dresden and sentenced to death. Any soldier will be sentenced to death. Yeah, so if you've killed somebody, you're getting death. If you break a law of another nation, you are imprisoned. Okay. That's fine. We should just teleport back, right? There's nothing else to do here. Yeah, just literally teleport back. Seems like a good plan to me. We need to rest anyway, so it's about the right time. We want to go straight to the Citadel as well. We should have multiple things to do here. We have the event, possibly Janna, and then we need to speak to Erebeth. So yeah, multiple things on our list. I guess we'll need to speak to Sela as well, potentially. Maybe? So this is Lelan. An officer stands to attention before you. Next to him stands a private in shackles. The private is hunched over painfully. He appears to have taken a beating. His face is covered in bruises and scratches. The officer salutes. Officer Lelan, Commander. Permission to report. Last night, Private Gorvo attacked Officer Damar, the regiment commander, and killed him. We would have dealt with him right away, the way we do on the march. But Gorvo demanded your judgment, and as the new commanding officer of the regiment, I could not refuse him. The private is awkwardly trying to salute with his shackled hands. Hail, Commander. Private Gorvo reporting for the restoration of justice. Why do you demand my judgment, Private? Because you are known to be just. It makes scoundrels show their true colours. You are glowing, just as a point. I should mention that you are showing your true colours, but anyway. As if you can see right through them, and you are my commander. My life belongs to you, not to these vultures. I'm a killer, but not by choice. When Damar said I got his army dirty during training, and that I'd be punished for it, I realised I couldn't stand it anymore, and no one was going to save me but myself. The commander won't have time to hear a complaint from a lowly grunt. That's what I thought, so I took out my knife. Gorvo grins bitterly. I was right. You made the time to come and see a killer, didn't you? Interesting. When he got his armor dirty during training, you'd be punished for it. You realized you couldn't stand it anymore. That doesn't really sound like a great motive for you here. Why did you attack the officer, Gorvo? Lelan answers quickly before Gorvo even has a chance to open his mouth. He and Damar fought over a woman, Commander. Everybody knows this. You can ask anyone. Interesting. So this is a separate incident that then triggered him. Alright, so this is the main cause. This is what triggered the actual action. Got it. Gorvo clenched his fists and his shackles rattle noisily. That's a lie. I killed him because someone had to. It had to stop. Lelan, you said something about a woman. What's the story there? An archer. One of those women who aren't interested in glory, but only joined the crusade looking for a rich count to marry. I can't remember her name. Damar wasn't a count, but his family was old, wealthy, and respected. Of course she chose him. Though, after everything that's happened, she's probably lying low somewhere. You lying dog. You know, really, Aurelia stayed in Canabris. What will you say next? That she flew to Dresden on a silver dragon to dump me? There was nothing between us. I don't need a bitch who gets off with the likes of Damar. Wow. Okay. Someone had to kill him. Why do you say that? This is nonsense, Commander. I knew Damar. He was a loyal warrior, a skilled fighter, and a strict officer. It's true he wasn't universally loved. The regiment's weaklings and idlers hated his methods, but I didn't think they would go so far as to murder him. True, he was a lover of women, but that woman made her choice. Gorvo should have just... Damar bullied us, in word and in action. A strict officer. Why don't you mention the time he ordered us to bury that lad neck deep in the ground and forbade us from shooting away from the crows? Remember, back in Canabris, he tied a soldier to a pole in the stables on a hot day. Anyone who brought him water and waved away the gadflies was brought back to the same stables and whipped. And you think he struck us on our backs? No, it was always on the heels or other places where it hurt the most. And do you know, Lelan, what it's like when a rag is put over your face and then they pour... Silence, Private. Okay, so Damar was pretty awful, potentially stole his girl, and then he killed him. I gotta say, it kind of seems like the more sensible solution, instead of stabbing him, would be to, like, bring up Damar and be like, yeah, we should do something about him. Obviously, the opportunity may not have arose, but stabbing him, like, it really didn't seem like it needed to go that far from what we've heard so far. But anyway, maybe there's more to it. I need to know all the circumstances. My advisors will deal with this when they have time. And Gorvo shall go to prison to await trial. Both Lelan and Gorvo bow, but Lelan is obviously confused. I know nothing can be hidden from you, Commander, but, you see, there might be consequences depending on how this investigation goes. Fought over a woman is a good answer to all questions, believe me. Interesting. So there might be more. Also, he does also have the aura, so there's something else going on. Okay. So what can I do with that one now? That's attack out of nowhere. There we go. I think we gotta go out and talk to people, maybe. Can I speak to you about this? What do you think of my judgments? Your judgment is incredibly thoughtful and impartial, Commander. But if you really want to know my opinion, sometimes you are too inflexible. There are many situations from which we can all benefit, while still obeying the letter of the law. I'm willing to offer my suggestions, of course, if you are willing to listen. I do not mean to imply your judgments are wrong, not at all. But your subjects, I mean your soldiers, are people with weaknesses and shortcomings. It is befitting for a wise ruler to show some leniency. Okay. So we should head out and talk to people probably about this. Oh, Airbeth. Did your task. I found out how the demon snuck up on us. It won't happen again. Airbeth's face remains stoic, but her eyes shine with joy. You neutralized the threat and saved many Crusaders from a fate worse than death. These days, we need good news more than ever. The news that you crushed these foul demons and their spells, this has greatly boosted morale in the ranks. Nice. Okay. Hey, we're so close to a level up. It's actually insanely close. I love it. Aeon won't have anything to say because we just got a mission from him. Right, let's go outside. Interesting. It doesn't have too much else here. It does say Burden of the Aeon, so maybe there is stuff we can do here. I want to go down to the barracks and talk to people. See whether there's anything else going on there. It might be a Crusade map mode thing we need to do.
Follow me. To
like go on to the next part of the trial, or maybe we just make our decision there. It would seem weird to make your decision there if there wasn't some, like it would just seem weird. Like, why would you not do it in a conversation? So that kind of implies there's something else we can do somewhere. Right. Where am I going first? Oh yeah, I want to go to the prison first, actually. Yeah, there's multiple reasons to go to the prison right now. I want to talk to Janna, and I want to talk to Gorvo. Yeah. Let's see what they have to say. Right, into the prison we go. Cool. Right, along here. Hello. I believe the commander is fair. Okay, Janna? Oh, you're not even speaking to me. Okay, interesting. Nura? I already got the information from her. That's interesting. Okay. Weird. Right. Guess we could speak to Sela and while we go to the barracks. That makes sense. Oh, also. There we go. Super speed. The rift? Is that larger? Nope. Okay.
Onwards.
That's fine. Ooh, over here? Is that Sela? No. That's Sela. Okay. Hello, Sela. Nope. Okay, that's fine. We already did that one. That's fine. Okay. See if we got anybody else over here to speak to. We do not. Let's have a little look in the barracks. I want to talk to this this guy, the officer who gave us the quest. I don't know if he's here. Oh, Alan, you're here. Hello. Okay, I can't tell you about your friend Janna, who's now with us, although probably ex-friend, given she deserted you. But you know, still, seems like the kind of thing you might want to know. So this officer does not appear to be around. So it must be like a Crusade map mode thing. I suppose I should have checked it first.
Let us be
yeah, we already spoke to it. Wait, did we speak to him? Yeah. I can't remember. I couldn't remember whether that was before or after a quick save. I'm trying to think of other places the officer could be. The tavern, I guess, or like, I don't know. Tavern, I guess. Maybe. We should check the Crusade map mode. Let's do a little jump back and check it. Just to see if there's something, like if there's an event there, that probably means there's nothing else to find. It just seems a little odd, because we quite clearly don't have all the information, because we only have 2 sides to the story. I mean, either way, we're killing that dude, but, you know, whatever. And here we go. So, Crusade map mode. Demon army approaching? No way. You can order an investigation if you have... Alright, with your leadership. Ooh, it's 19 days till we finish the next one. That's a rough one. Oh well. I think I don't think it's necessarily urgent, this one. It might be, but I don't think it is. I think that one's one that we could probably leave for a little bit. It is part of our Aeon quest, but I think the Aeon quest will just naturally progress over time. I don't think we're too worried about it, and we're not ending the act anytime soon, I think. Yeah. Worst comes to the worst, we can wait till, like, we can leave the last thing on the act and just skip days, I guess. There doesn't seem to be, like, as strict a time limit. Like Kingmaker, it would punish you. It would be like, something is happening in 60 days. You don't solve it, you're screwed. This one, it seems a little bit more, like, a little bit more lenient, I would say. Right, I want to rest for at least, for at least a day. That's fine. Yeah, let's rest. We also need to probably sell some stuff, but let's do this first. I stay out of your way and you stay out of mine. If we do that, we'll get along just fine. Agreed? Definitely, Wendwog. Let's see. Keep away from me. We don't have to touch hands, that's for weaklings. If you have a problem with me, grab your sword and try to get rid of me. I can tell you want to, so come on. Okay. I'm wondering whether some of these dialogues, like, trigger in a certain order. Like, because they're early game characters, they're more likely to have dialogues that'll pop up first, because it's like establishing relationships kind of thing. I don't know. I'm intrigued. Oh, hello. That's Lan, right? Yeah. Lan's expression is apprehensive but determined. I've got news. I've slaughtered every crusader within walking distance. Not literally, of course. I've been sparring with them. I came to say that I need a better practice partner. Someone who fights with more power and more cunning. Like Wendwog? I'm sure we haven't seen the last of Savamelik. And it's not like other demons are a pushover either. I need to get stronger and you're the only person who can help me. I don't know anyone who fights like you. I always watch you, in a non-creepy way, that is. You beaten up every crusader in the Citadel? Well, only the ones who agreed to fight me. Lan smiles and puffs out his chest a little. No exaggeration. An awful lot of them said yes. Yes, they want to try and break off the cave freak's horn, but they got more than they bargained for. You've beaten half the crusaders in Dresden to a pulp just to test your strength? Don't you think that's going a little too far? Lan looks at you in confusion. What do you mean? The only people I laid out were ones who've been too lazy to do any training. It was practically a public service, what I did. To be honest, I was kind of expecting you to be pleased with my initiative. Now I feel like I went to all that trouble for nothing. So what you're saying is you've worked your way through all the Crusaders in the Citadel and now you want to try me on for size? No, Lan falters. It doesn't sound right when you put it like that. It's just training. Between friends. We might come out with a couple of bruises. No big deal, right? The road to success is paved for bumps and bruises. I should know. You always watch me? Lan lets out a laugh. I mean, I keep an eye on you to make sure nothing happens to you. I know it sounds dumb, but I grew up in a tribe where we were always under threat. It was normal to keep track of where everybody was at all times. You know, roughly speaking. That's why I get angsty when I don't know where my companions are and what they're doing. It's like one of my tribe's missing, and something's about to happen that can't be undone. Okay. I'm wondering whether this is his romance line? Just given some of the things that have been said and how they've been said? I'll train with you. Let's see how you do against me. The human side of Lan's face lights up with a warm smile. Thanks, that means a lot to me. I swear, if you lose, I'll never tell a soul. Wait, are we actually fighting? We're doing this? Because I'm going all out, Lan. You're getting destroyed. Are we doing this? We are. Lan rolls his shoulders, limbering up, and offers a formal bow. Sparring with the commander is a great honor for me, but that doesn't mean I'm going to go down without a fight. Ready? Well, we have to say number 2. It's so bad. I've wanted to give you a good spanking for a long time. I'm afraid I'm not into that kind of thing, Commander. But I do like how sure you are that you'll even get close enough to lay a hand on me. Lan winks at you.
We will be victorious.
Oh, okay. Let's see. What we're going to do first. Obviously, buff and protection. These seem like very good ones. You're not allowed to use magic. Punch him.
Strike with all your might.
We'll need to roll a 7. We did hit him. Okay. He only needs to roll a 4. On the first hit, to be fair. Got anything else we could activate? We could activate healing and just cheat our way out of this fight entirely. Nah, I'm okay with this. Ooh, lower chance to hit on the second turn. He must have activated something. Alright, let's do that for us. Was the one of these that gave us DR? I think it's just energy resistance. Yeah, I think I always think it might be DR, and it never is. Is he chaotic? He's lawful, isn't he? He's lawful neutral. You don't really have too many other options in terms of ways to mix it up. Luckily, we're not a magic user, because that would screw us over entirely. Could try and demoralizing him, but that's probably not going to work. I think our best chance is to attack him.
We can do it.
Okay, you do need to roll a 20 on the second hit now. It's 15 damage. We heal 10 damage. Fast healing 1. 1 point of damage for as long as the Inquisitor is alive and the judgment lasts. The amount of healing increases by 1 point for every 3 Inquisitor levels. Oh, so the fast healing 1 must have been the 6. Yeah. And then, yeah, the second one is the 3 levels one. Okay. So we're healing for 10, so he's only doing 5 damage a turn. Yeah, okay. I think this is our best strategy. I'm imagining not many people have options in this fight. Also, if he misses us, we actually heal up. So right now we're on a 0 for the last 2 turns. Yeah, so we're now positive 5. Yeah, so we're healing up. So we will win eventually, I think. In fact, because we will win eventually, I'm going to... Well, once it's my turn. That's pretty bad, but we still healed. I'm going to turn that off, and I'm just going to attack him. I think we're going to win. I don't think it's even close. It's interesting how attacks are done when it's on non-turn-based mode. Is definitely a different experience on how damage is dished out. Wonder whether our healing's less effective. Who's won? Was it a draw? Lan is in perfect fighting form. His attacks grow more and more furious, his eyes gleaming and a smile plays on his lips. Well, do you yield? There's no shame in admitting defeat at this point. I'm not backing down. I'm going to fight till the very end. Lan holds his hands up. Hey, I yield. This is just a friendly bout. We're not trying to kill each other here. He looks away. I didn't think you'd take this so seriously. I just want to, well, spend some time alone with you, learn a few new techniques. It didn't mean to hurt your pride. It looks like I messed that up royally. Must just be a set damage then, because it looks like it's playing the thing for us having lost the fight. So it must be like a, maybe it's a set damage, like if he inflicts X amount of damage, then the fight is won in his favor. Otherwise, it's won in our favor, even if we are healing. That could be it. Or it could be like, if you haven't defeated him by this point, it just goes, it's a draw, and now we're going to give you the lost stuff. Let's leave it there. You're the commander, and you'll always be above me. And I'll always be your loyal soldier. That's never going to change. I can see that clearly. Let's head back. Oh, I guess if I wanted the romance option, I had to yield? Oh. Alright, well, I mean, we already have a very fulfilling romance with, what's his name? Theron. So that's fine. Whatever. Let's go with this. So, I should be able to move my armies in this mode. Yeah. Okay. You're heading to the fort. Campaign. Boring squad. time for you to make it to the fort. It will take 40 MP. Actually, just about perfect. That just said it would take 40. You know what that means? That means there's a shortcut somewhere. I think we worked that out at some point. That when it says like it will take 40 MP and it doesn't, that means somewhere there's a shortcut between areas. Like maybe there's one that will eventually open up like there or something. Like there's maybe a bridge you can make at some point. Yeah, okay, that might make sense. Or yeah, you know what? Is this route? We would have taken this route along, and that would have been quicker, I think, if we had this route unlocked, because we can go along what looks to be like a road, maybe. Yeah, so we would have went along there and then down, which this, because apparently the contours and stuff matter. So like this looks like it's going over more rough terrain at the start. Maybe that's it. Yeah. Anyway, we're still fine. We could skip a day and just do the next one. I mean, our decree finishes in a day. Doesn't really matter because we can just send it out again anyway, but you know. We also have some material points to spend. You know what? Let's do some building. It seems like a good point to build up a little bit. We have material points. Have I already built my engineering thing? I did, right? Yeah, perfect. Okay. So now everything's a lot cheaper. Let's see what we want. Energy for all generals. Is this just a permanent energy for all generals? Yeah, and it's not limited. That's intriguing. It's not necessarily something we need to buy, but it is intriguing. Only one training grounds can be built in each fort except Dresden. Does this imply I can have more than one training grounds in Dresden? Could I potentially, like, for instance, surround my main stables with training grounds in order to get a 40% damage buff? Just a thought. +1 attack. Don't care about this one because in Dresden that doesn't apply. Pathfinder Society Lodge costs too many finance points. It is interesting, but again, not necessarily what we're after. This one as well, Military Academy. How much? We'll actually be able to afford that in one day. I think that skipping a day wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, although I think we can do the Crusade management when we're out and about anyway, so we might do it when we're out and about. Anyway, once we get out of here, assume we don't immediately go into an event with a romance, that I'll fail. Cool. I think it's time to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.